Just ahead, Hurricane Ivan making its way through the Caribbean. And from hurricane strikes to union strikes, Alabama power workers could walk off the job. Plus, a father charged with punching his son's football coach. It's all coming up next.
Those who never quit. The battery that never quits. Energizer. Keep going.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Splenda is sweet, and so are you.
Almost anywhere you use sugar, you can use Splenda, the no-calorie sweetener that's made from sugar, so it tastes like sugar.
Tomorrow, an all-new medical investigation on its regular night, Fridays 10/9 Central.
What's the matter with us?
Teenage girls are mysteriously falling into comas.
11 more cases, 2 dead, 9 fading fast.
We've lost our commonality. We've got nothing.
Now, clue by clue,
these girls are living identical lives.
They discover the quest for beauty.
Starving themselves until they look like Barbie.
These girls' lives are hanging by a thread.
Is more than skin deep.
What do you got?
You won't believe it.
Ruby, look at the screen.
Get it out. Get it out of me!
That's new.
An all-new medical investigation, tomorrow at its regularly scheduled time, Fridays at 10 on NBC.
Later on The Tonight Show, Day Goes Deep with Gridiron Gurus Terry Bradshaw, Howie Long, and James Brown. Plus tunes from Kirk Franklin and Yolanda Adams. And the world's oldest chicken? Your local news is next.
Timing is everything. Alabama power workers could walk off the job with Hurricane Ivan possibly on the way. And Ivan the Terrible bears down on Jamaica. Will he make a stop later on the Gulf Coast? Hi, everyone. I'm Peter Albrecht. Kim McCrae has tonight off. Hurricane Ivan is gaining strength as it approaches Jamaica. The storm already being blamed for 20 deaths and plenty of destruction. Thousands of homes destroyed on Grenada. It made landfall there last night. Officials estimate up to 90% of Grenada's homes and buildings were either badly damaged or destroyed. Jamaican officials have already ordered the evacuation of nearly 500,000 coastal residents. And Florida going through the motions once again. Officials are urging tourists to leave the Florida Keys. Earlier today, some people who live on Key Largo started preparing to leave. The monster hurricane could reach Florida by Sunday. That is, if it's not in the Gulf, bearing down on us. For the latest on the path of the storm, here's David Glenn.
Well, Peter, let me stress, it's way too early to tell exactly where it's going to go, especially when you get into the 4 and 5 day forecast time frame. But for right now, this storm is getting ready to bear down on Jamaica. Let's take a look at it from a satellite vantage point. The eye of the storm about 10 nautical miles wide, roughly half the size of Hurricane Francis's eye, but it's a tightly wound up storm, and that is why those intense winds of around 150 miles per hour are wrapped around that eye, which is getting very close to Kingston and should do so during the day tomorrow. Sustained winds are holding at 150 miles per hour. It's a very high Category 4 storm. Right now centered at 15.5 north, 73.3 west. Later in weather, we'll discuss exactly where it's moving over the next 2 days and where it may eventually end up late in the weekend and toward early next week. That plus our local 5-day forecast.
Hurricane Ivan was the first hurricane of the season to reach Category 5 status. It's now a Category 4. Florida has already been hit by a Cat 4, Charlie a couple of weeks ago, and then Category 2 Francis hit last weekend. NBC's Jay Gray says Floridians are now watching Ivan and hoping they're not in for a hat trick of hurricanes.
Oh my word. It is almost more than the people here can withstand.
It's worse than what we expected, and we have another one coming.
Battered by back-to-back hurricanes in just 3 weeks, now Florida is again the target of a major storm.
Now, we've still got a long way to go here. There are a lot of things that could change, but right now this is a very dangerous hurricane.
The storm thrashed the tiny island of Grenada, damaging 90% of the buildings there. Only 3 Category 5 storms have hit the United States since record-keeping began. The first, in 1935, killed more than 400 people in the Florida Keys. Camille devastated the Mississippi coast in 1969 and left 256 fatalities in its wake. And then there was Andrew. Dozens dead and $30 billion in damage in 1992. Homestead has never fully recovered. If Ivan does hit Florida, it would be the first time in 4 decades the state has suffered through 3 hurricanes in the same year. The lingering questions are why now and why here?
We have these cycles where hurricanes come fast and furiously, then we'll go into a period of time, again on the order of a decade or more, in which the frequency of hurricanes drop.
The how and why wouldn't really help the victims of Charlie and Francis right now anyway. Hundreds of thousands of those whose lives have been shattered must continue to try and pick up the pieces while preparing now for what could be an even more devastating attack from Ivan. In Punta Gorda, Florida, Jay Gray, NBC News.
Now, for the latest information on the storm's position, you can go to our website, WPMI.com. If Ivan comes our way, tens, possibly hundreds of thousands could lose their power. It's a horrible thought made worse by the fact that many Alabama power workers could be walking off the job at any minute. New tonight, NBC 15's Richard Allen has the latest on the negotiations.
When cleanup operations began in Florida in the wake of Hurricanes Francis and Charlie, workers from Alabama Power remained behind.
The prudent thing for us to do was to not send the employees down there for the obvious reasons. You don't commit to a company to work for them and then have the possibility that your workforce could walk off the job.
All told, 2,800 of Alabama Power's 6,500 employees could walk off the job if company management and union leaders for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers can't hammer out a new contract. The old contract ended August 15th, both sides agreeing to continue negotiations without a contract, and since August 30th with the assistance of a federal mediator. The major issues in the contract talks, according to union leaders, safety, seniority, and benefits.
We are still talking at this point, and we'll continue to talk. Now, the union leadership has the authority from its membership to call a work stoppage now.
While union leaders could call for a strike at any time, they have agreed to give Alabama Power 48 hours notice before doing so. And now the threat of a double strike by Alabama Power workers and by Hurricane Ivan, which could possibly enter the Gulf of Mexico this weekend.
We've got a very detailed plan for dealing with contingencies such as hurricanes, and we would be able to take care of our customers' needs, even if we had to use contractors from outside of this area to keep the lights on. We're going to take care of our customers.
And when the electrical workers' contract with Alabama Power ended 3 years ago, company and union leaders negotiated 3 weeks before agreeing on a new contract. That was without resorting to a work stoppage. And the last time Alabama Power workers actually went on strike was back in 1982.
All right, thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
Well, it's a case of dog shoots man in Escambia County, Florida. 37-year-old Jerry Bradford ended up shot in the wrist and charged with animal cruelty. Bradford says he was trying to shoot 7 unwanted puppies. After 3 were killed, one puppy began wiggling in Bradford's hand. A paw ended up on the trigger. The gun fired. The surviving 4 puppies are up for adoption at the Escambia County Animal Shelter. Tonight, a parent is out of jail facing assault charges for punching his son's football coach. Hometown headlines begin tonight in Chatham. 49-year-old Gordon Parnell allegedly shoved Coach John Carter following a junior varsity football game Tuesday at Washington County High School. Coach Carter says Parnell was upset about the amount of playing time his son was getting.
So I told him, I said, I'm not going to talk to you any longer about this. And when I turned to leave, he put his hands in my chest, and I turned to him and I said, you do not want to do this.
Parnell is free on $5,000 bond. There is a strict law in Alabama protecting youth coaches, referees, and umpires from overzealous parents and fans. Officials at the Mobile Airport working with business and city leaders in an effort to attract westbound airline service. This after Delta pulls the plug yesterday on its direct flights to Dallas-Fort Worth. The flights will be eliminated by January 31st. Pensacola and Gulfport also losing that service, but passengers can still get to DWF nonstop on American Airlines from Pensacola. The Delta cuts were part of a massive restructuring as the airline tries to fight off bankruptcy. In Baldwin County, doctors seeing a lot of cases of sinusitis and respiratory viruses. In many cases, allergies are to blame. Doctors say ragweed and other pollen levels are high. Still to come on NBC 15 News. They're called smartphones, playing double duty as your personal digital assistant. But do they really live up to their name? We'll put them to the test. Then later, important information for expectant moms, how your diet now may fight off cancer for your child later. Also ahead, looking for a new home or ideas to fix up yours? Darwin says this may be your lucky weekend. Right now, the closing numbers from Wall Street. You're watching NBC 15 News on WPMI.
NBC 15 News is brought to you by McConnell Pontiac GMC.
Wake up with us Friday morning. All eyes on Ivan as it approaches the U.S.
And we've got the week's weird news for you. How about bees that commandeer a Jeep? Those stories and more Friday morning, 5:30.
Crime Fighters is helping police get criminals off our streets.
Well, Crime Fighters helps us quite a bit.
We profile crimes close to home, and your tips help bring the suspects in.
The criminal in this case capitalized on someone else's credit.
It works because you watch.
Bank security picture and other evidence that led them to this picture.
Crime Fighters with Mike Rush.
You know, it's pretty powerful.
It works.
So we're appreciative of all the help that we get.
Crime Fighters, exclusively on NBC 15 News.
Oh, hey! Oh, nice.
You little fairy.
Nice.
The trunk monkey, the revolutionary idea you'll only find one place: McConnell Automotive.
Wanted, a councilman who will fix our roads, prioritize our budgets, and provide funding for police and firefighters.
Found, Rick Collins for Mobile City Council. Rick is a business professional and the founding president of Better Growth Mobile. Rick is supported by local business leaders, public employees, firefighters, and neighborhood organizations because he believes that our city can do better. On September 14th, vote Rick Collins, a neighbor who supports conservative reform and focuses on the positives for families in our district.
When severe weather strikes close to home, depend on NBC 15 expert meteorologists to keep you a step ahead of the storm. NBC 15 News brought to you in part by Palmer's Toyota Superstore. You gotta see this place.
More and more electronic devices are doing double duties these days. One of the latest consolidations, and a popular one, mobile phones that double as a PDA or personal digital assistant. They're called smartphones, but how smart are they? Consumer Reports just tested 7 to find out. NBC 15's Sandra Shaw reports.
For Dr. John Siegel, keeping in touch meant keeping track of too many devices.
A beeper, I would have a PDA, and a cell phone. And invariably, I would leave one of these 3 devices at a hospital or at home.
To make life easier, he switched to a combination mobile phone PDA. It handles phone calls, email, and his appointment calendar all in one. Consumer Reports' Chris Busco just tested this latest technology. He assessed 7 different phone PDA combos that work with the major carriers. Prices ranged from almost $400 to more than $800. First, Chris looked at how easy they are to use. Some were not great.
The problem is that to enter data with this phone, you have to use a normal telephone-like keypad instead of a typewriter-type keypad for typing in letters, and that's difficult.
Another had an awkward design. The number keys are on either side of the display screen, which makes it hard to dial a number. Phones like this one that use the Palm Graffiti handwriting system are far better. So are the ones that have a mini keyboard similar to a computer's. In the end, Consumer Reports found 2 combination mobile phone PDAs that are easy to use. For Sprint customers, the Samsung SPH i500 costs $600 and is very compact. If you're a Verizon customer, the Kyocera 7135 is a good choice. It goes for $550 and can accommodate an external memory card. Either can simplify staying in touch.
Consumer Reports also tested battery life, and they found you'll also get about 3 hours worth of talk time on these two phones. Sandra Shaw, NBC 15 News.
For more information about this story or other consumer reports, log on to our website, WPMI.com. If a new home or home improvements are on your mind, prepare to be amazed. More than 50 new homes are available for your inspection this and next weekend at the 15th Annual Parade of Homes in Baldwin County. But Darwin says make sure the Showcase home is one of your stops.
There are 52 homes designed to inspire you in this year's Baldwin County Parade of Homes, but there will be only one Showcase home. You know, the one house where local builders, decorators, designers, and product providers unite to create something extra special. And this year, it is this house in the Stillwater subdivision in Spanish Fort. Built by Mitchell Mount, the Showcase home is meant to wow you from the outside. And on the inside, well, this beauty is more than just skin deep.
Security, lighting, HVAC controls, obviously multimedia, home theaters, audio-video distribution throughout the home.
Contemporary is the word for this home, from the very front foyer to the back porch. And about that back porch.
Oh, the back porch is awesome. The back porch has got an outside grill. I mean, a man will fall in love with the outside. I have. It's got an outside kitchen. It's got a built-in grill. That is something I'd really like to have at my house, and I wish I'd have thought it through and I'd put it at my house.
Which is exactly why you need to come to the Baldwin County Parade of Homes. In Spanish Fort, here's Darwin, NBC 15 News.
The Baldwin County Home Builders Association presents its 15th annual Parade of Homes. This and next Saturday and Sunday. Tour hours 10 o'clock until 5 o'clock. For a map, go to WPMI.com and click on Here's Darwin for a link.
Up next in weather, I'll have the latest update and analysis on Hurricane Ivan and the latest on our weekend forecast. You're watching NBC 15 News on WPMI.
When hurricanes threaten our community, depend on the Gulf Coast Storm Alert Network to bring you details round the clock, so you can be aware and prepare for approaching storms. Our network of hundreds of Gulf Coast radio stations work with NBC 15 as systems move close to home, and we see what others can't to help keep you and your family safe. That's why we're here. The Gulf Coast Storm Alert Network on NBC 15, close to home.
A text message exchange between your daughter and a Jenny. Jenny, Steve said I have a big mouth.
Get out.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever, Steve.
I mean, hello.
I know, right?
It's so...
Whatever.
Seriously.
You know who's a big gossip? Amanda.
Teen conversations can be a waste of time, but they don't have to be a waste of money because you can text all month for one flat rate of $5.99 when you move to the Cellular South. Plans start at only $9.99 a month.
At the Dodge Model Year-End 10 event, things are moving fast. Come in now to get huge deals on the best selection of the remaining 2004 Dodges. Grab the tough Dodge Ram 1500 Quad Cab with 0% financing plus $2,500 in bonus cash for a total savings of up to $8,100. Or grab huge cash allowances on the rugged Dakota or the roomy Durango, plus our 770 powertrain limited warranty. So hurry in for the best selection of 04s during the Dodge Model Year-End 10 event.
The latest forecast for the Gulf Coast is just a phone call away on the Weatherline Forecast Service from NBC 15. Just call 478-6666. The NBC 15 Weather Team updates the forecast 24 hours a day. Call 478-6666. The Weatherline Forecast Service. Brought to you by Metro Transit, your carrier dealers, and NBC 15.
Funny men Chris Rock and Ray Romano, plus America's favorite survivor, Rupert, on the next Live with Regis and Kelly.
Friday morning at 10 on NBC 15.
NBC 15 and News Radio 710 WPMI. Real source for news. Now, your pinpoint forecast on NBC 15 with meteorologist David Glenn.
We will start tonight with a look at Ivan. There he is. The eye itself about 10 nautical miles wide. It's a little bit smaller than Francis, but it means it's a tightly wound up storm, very strong, with sustained winds of around 150 miles per hour. Earlier today, it had reached that rare Category 5 strength, and it still has another outside chance of regaining that as it nears Jamaica and even passes it through tomorrow and Saturday. The general motion still west-northwest, not true northwest, but still kind of a glide to the west-northwest, which will take it near Jamaica, maybe just south of the island as we go through tomorrow, something we'll have to watch very carefully. If you're tracking it home, and I urge everyone to do this, 55.5 north currently, 73.3 west. There are the sustained winds at 150, some gusts as high as 185, and it's a dangerous Category 4 storm. If it had sustained winds of 156 or higher, it would be a Category 5. Here's a projected path through the next 5 days. Each white line represents a 24-hour period. So by this time tomorrow, I'm going to be bearing down on Jamaica. Then we go towards Saturday evening, Sunday evening, and Monday evening. So it's going to be past Sunday where we've got to watch this very carefully, where, in fact, it crosses Cuba. Should it go a little bit farther to the west, that could put it into the central Gulf of Mexico, and that's something we've got to watch very, very carefully. Let me show you where the Hurricane Center is sort of lining things up. This is their general thinking, which is right down the middle of this swath, keeping it a strong Category 5 near Jamaica and Cuba, then lining it right up along the Florida Peninsula, maybe making landfall off the Cedar Key, Big Bend area, off the eastern panhandle. So again, that's just one possibility, but again, we have this swath here because some of the models still show a general southwesterly track, which could take it in this general direction. So again, we can't let down our guard. We've got to watch this every step of the way. And what's going to be really key again, folks, is where it takes that turn near Cuba, especially by Sunday and on into Monday. We'll keep you posted every step of the way. There's so many ways you can stay informed. Of course, we'll have updates on our newscast. But if you miss our newscast, we hope you don't, but if you do, just dial into our weather line, go to our webpage, or listen to Clear Channel Radio all throughout the weekend and into early next week regarding this dangerous storm. Temperatures right now are gradually easing down. We've settled back into a very hot pattern. 79 now, dew point around 71, so we'll still settle down to around 70 overnight tonight. Showers going on south and east of us with a stalled front over northern and central Florida, providing them some scattered showers. For us, we're on the dry side of everything, and I think tomorrow not much is going to change. We'll see a partly sunny sky once again. Some of these afternoon showers may bubble back to the west, say near Panama City or maybe as far west as Destin, but most of the local area should stay dry, and I'll introduce a few afternoon showers as we go through the weekend. Pinpoint forecast for tomorrow shows a partly sunny sky on tap with high temperatures area-wide from 90 to as high as 92 in Theodore. About 92 also in Bay Minette, and the farther east you go, you might run into a small chance for a few showers. So for overnight tonight, lows near 70 with a fair sky, overall typical for this time of year. Then tomorrow, temperatures going back up to around 92 under partly sunny skies. 5-day forecast really doesn't show too many changes through the weekend. Then by early next week, all eyes are on Ivan.
Coming up, fighting off cancer before birth, the power may be in the fruits and veggies. We'll be right back.
When your hair looks good, life is good. Fantastic Sam's. Gotta be the hair.
I love having girls. It's so special. I have 5 daughters. Leaving the house, it's like an evacuation. They are on top of fashion.
Do they like to shop?
They love to shop.
Goody's Moonlight Madness sale. Friday till 11 and all day Saturday. Take an extra 10% off your purchase Friday and take 20% off any one item Saturday. 50% off moleskin separates for her, Ivy Crew for him, and related separates for juniors. Goody's Moonlight Madness sale. Friday till 11 and all day Saturday.
I see 30, 50% off. We're hitting it, definitely.
The Gulf Coast's #1 volume dealer, that's right, you got it, Mark Dodge, where you get the best deal every time.
We're clearing them out at Mark Dodge, and everything's got to go. Dodge Dakota Club Cabs, $199 a month. Durangos, only $299 a month. Ram 1500s, $10,995. And every 2004 Ram 2500, 3500 gas or diesel is up to $8,000 under the certified factory sticker.
And remember, nobody beats a Mark Dodge deal.
Chicago, Earth, Wind, and fire. 2 superstar bands. 2 unforgettable jam sessions with both bands performing on stage together. October 17th at Mobile Civic Center. Plus complete hit-filled sets by each band. Chicago, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Reserved seats will go on sale this Saturday at 10 a.m.
Investigative reporter Josh Bernstein, only on NBC 15 News. Now, medical milestones on NBC 15 News.
Eating more fruits and vegetables could fight off cancer. New research finds a woman's diet before pregnancy and a child's diet early in life impacts the risk of childhood leukemia. In a study done on 300 children, researchers found those who ate oranges, bananas, and drank orange juice could lower their risk of developing childhood leukemia. The high vitamin and mineral content in oranges and bananas protect the body from cancer. For more on this report and other health news, go to our website, WPMI.com.
The Bay Bears do it again. Plus, we got your McGill and Murphy football highlights. Sports is next.
Watch for the Hardee's Thick Burger Game of the Week on NBC 15's Friday Night Blitz. You can watch it on NBC 15 from 10:15 to 10:35 on Friday nights, or you can go to WPMI.com and watch the entire show online. At the end of the season, everyone can vote online for the Hardee's Thick Burger Game of the Year.
When you see news breaking on the Gulf Coast, dial 602-1558 or star 15 on your singular wireless phone. WPMI.com, your source for local information online. Log on today.
Catch the McConnell Automotive Friday Night Blitz every Friday night at 10:15 on WPMI NBC 15. If you don't make it home in time, catch it on the sports section on WPMI.com the entire season. Brought to you by Encore Rehab, the Atwell Agency, and The Freezer.
22 years ago, Bay Chevrolet began right here. It was our goal to give you the best value for your automotive dollar. That's still our goal today. If you're serious about saving money, Bay Chevrolet is the place to shop. Whatever you need, car, truck, van, new or used, Bay's got it right here, right now, in our multi-million-dollar inventory. Come see us, and I promise you, we won't let you down. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you here soon.
Like all moms, I've always got a lot of little things on my mind. So it's nice when I don't have to worry about some of the most important things. Like washing out the day's worth of recess and cooties, having toasty towels ready in half the time, or making sure my home is always warm and cozy. And natural gas is efficient, like I have to be. That's important, because my family is my life, and using natural gas makes my life happier. Mobile Gas, it's energy for life.
Come get them. Certified pre-owned Toyotas at Palmer's Toyota Superstore, the #1 certified Toyota dealer in Alabama.
Certified Toyotas just $189 down and $189 a month.
Palmer's has over 100 certified Toyotas, some priced under $10,000.
Camry, 4Runner, Sequoia, Tundra, even Sienna minivans.
$189 down and $189 a month by certified Toyota, some priced under $10,000.
Log on at Palmer'sToyotaSuperstore.com to find the exact vehicle you want in just minutes.
Palmer's Toyota Superstore, you gotta see this place.
Catch the McConnell Automotive Friday Night Blitz every Friday night at 10:15 on WPMI NBC 15. If you don't make it home in time, catch it on the sports section on WPMI.com the entire season. Brought to you by Encore Rehab, the Atwell Agency, and The Freezer.
NBC 15 Sports, brought to you in part by General Motors.
The next several days continue to look dry, except for a few afternoon showers through the weekend. Then by early next week, we keep a close eye on the status of Ivan.
Now, NBC 15 Sports with Pat Greenwood.
The playoffs roll on at Hank Aaron Stadium. The Bay Bears now 2 wins away from advancing to the Southern League Championship Series. Can they take a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 series? Well, Brian Colleran live at the Hank with the answer, Brian.
Pat, real important that they grab the 2-0 lead with games 3, 4, and 5 all in Birmingham. So the Bay Bears wanted to drive north up I-65 with a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 series. 22nd meeting between these two teams. Hey, we're getting the band back together. Bottom of the second, Bay Bears with second and third, only 1 out. Nick Tresniak, fly ball to left, that's 2 outs. Josh Barfield trying to score, got close, but no cigar. Lots of zeros on the board until the 6th inning. Paul McAnulty, the call-up from Lake Elsinore. 2 hits last night, his first AA home run, a solo shot. The Bay Bears grab the 1-0 lead. Barons get the run right back in the 7th inning. Pedro Lopez, the double. That's going to score Rudy Yan. That ties the game up at 1, but the Bay Bears come right back. McAnulty singles to right field. Kennard Jones scores. The Bay Bears have the Barons mad with the 3-2 Game 2 win.
I'm glad I come in here and gel with these guys. I ain't played with them all year, and some of these guys I know from spring training, I played with them there, but, it feels good, to come in, they were really accepting of me coming in, and start playing right away. That feels pretty good.
The Bay Bears need just 1 win in Birmingham to advance to their first Southern League Championship Series since 1998, where they might face the Tennessee Smokies, who grabbed a 2-0 lead in their series with Chattanooga tonight. We're live at the Hank. Brian Colleran, NBC 15 Sports.
All right, to the Bigs. Phillies swept a doubleheader yesterday. Chance for the series sweep tonight. Charles Thomas going deep. Watch Jason Michaels. Catches it, no, and flips it over the fence. That's a home run, folks. Wow. Didn't help in the end, though. The Braves lose to the Phillies 9-4. McGill versus Murphy, a rivalry that has lived up to its billing in recent history. Last 5 games have been decided by a total of 11 points. Murphy coming in with the upper hand tonight. Perfect 2-0 record on the line. McGill coming in at 1-1. Murphy all their way in the first half. Justin House taking it to the house, 28-0 Panthers. But would you believe McGill-Tulane down 28-7 at the break will come back firing. Julian Foster to Bretton McPherson. It's 28-21. 38-28 Murphy. About 2 minutes to go. Corey Jones knocking it in from 1 yard out. It's 38-35. McGill-Tulane gets the onside kick. They've got one more shot. Foster looking, picked off by Devious Williams. Had a touchdown in this one and a crucial INT. Murphy holds off the rally, 38-35.
Defense stepped up again, as we always said they would. And I just want to congratulate our team and the best of luck to McGill and, for the game later on down the line.
We'll be back at Ladd tomorrow night for our game of the week on the Friday Night Blitz. Davidson hosting LaFleur. Both teams 2-0, helping to create a late season atmosphere in week 3.
How the coaches prepared us for this game and how practice has been going for these past couple of days, we're ready for anybody. So we're going to go out there and be successful in the long run.
The Troy Trojans won at Marshall last week on national TV tonight, hosting 19th ranked Missouri. DeWitt Betterson fumbles right to Junior Lassant. The big man, 60 yards. Is he going to make it? Yeah. It's 14 all, 17-14 Troy at the break. The backbreaker right there. Aaron Leak, a 33-yard touchdown. And would you believe Troy knocks off 19th ranked Missouri 24-14. Season opener in the NFL. Colts and the Patriots right now. It is New England. That should be reversed. New England with a 27-17 lead. New England on top in the third quarter. And legendary Alabama head coach Gene Stallings in town tonight, the featured speaker at a benefit for Camp Rappahoe.
We're raising money to send some kids to camp that have cancer. The Camp Rappahoe. It's fun for me to be able to do that.
I'm always excited when I get to talk about camp because that may mean some family will find out about camp who has a child with cancer who's not heard about us before.
Get in touch with us if you want to get in touch with Camp Rappahoe. Coach Stallings will talk football tomorrow at 6.
All right, some unique highlights tonight.
Absolutely, huh?
That's great. We'll be right back.
In Alabama, there's family time, and then there's family time well spent. Moments that turn into memories instead of afterthoughts. Conversations that are more meaningful than deciding what movie to rent. Discover hunting in Alabama. Chances are you'll get in touch with a lot more than just nature. To get started, visit OutdoorAlabama.com. Outdoor Alabama. Share the wonder.
At the Dodge Model Year-End 10 event, things are moving fast. Come in now to get huge deals on the best selection of the remaining 2004 Dodges. Grab the tough Dodge Ram 1500 Quad Cab with 0% financing plus $2,500 in bonus cash for a total savings of up to $8,100. Or grab huge cash allowances on the rugged Dakota or the roomy Durango, plus our 770 powertrain limited warranty. So hurry in for the best selection of 04s during the Dodge Model Year-End 10 event.
Wanted, a councilman who will fix our roads, prioritize our budgets, and provide funding for police and firefighters.
Found, Rick Collins for Mobile City Council. Rick is a business professional and the founding president of Better Growth Mobile. Rick is supported by local business leaders, public employees, firefighters, and neighborhood organizations because he believes that our city can do better. On September 14th, vote Rick Collins, a neighbor who supports conservative reform and focuses on the positives for families in our district.
It's Shoe Station's 20th anniversary celebration. Register to win a new Santa Fe SUV and find incredible savings like this.
2 classic leather styles for men from Rockport, one great price, just $79.99. You save $10 a pair on your choice of the Rockport Dress Sports H2O or World Tour Casual, both in a variety of widths, only $79.99 each. Rockport Dress and Casuals for men.
Save and register to win a new Hyundai SUV. It's the 20th anniversary celebration at Shoe Station.
Crime Fighters with Mike Rush, exclusively on NBC 15 News.
Tonight, Jay's all new with those football guys.
You look like the guy right behind me on the evolution scale. You know what I'm saying?
Plus, the first look at the world's oldest chicken and former President Clinton from his hospital bed. Well, he seems to be recovering nicely. And tomorrow from LAX, Heather Locklear. Then on Conan, Matthew Broderick and Denise Richards. Tonight.
Okay, one more time, a look at the 5-day forecast. Overall, no change to our weather for the next several days, other than a slight chance for a few afternoon showers east. Then, of course, once we approach early next week, we watch Ivan. And again, it's very critical that by that late Saturday night, Sunday time frame, we have to see where and if a turn actually takes place to determine the final outcome.
All right, thanks for watching.